Michigan Aviation Center for Simulations. This is a lab where we focus on aviation safety, flight maneuverability, drones, and autonomous systems. So the white cockpit you're looking at behind us is a Dyna DA40, and that's a real airplane cockpit, and that is an FTD level 6 simulator, which means that the FAA actually considers flying in that airplane to be as accurate as flying the real airplane. You can maintain your certification on this simulator, practice landings, approaches, crosswinds, or just do general discovery flights. What we simulate in the simulator is the full takeoff landing sequence, the ramp up, the starting of the engine. You're actually going to see Michael goes and turns the key, just like a car, to crank the engine on the airplane, start it. He goes over to his right multifunction display and actually finds the city or the airport that he wants to fly to, dialing in the zoom level that he wants, and then he goes and plots a direct course to it that's on the Garmin G1000 glass displays, and that sets flaps for takeoff, so the full actual sequence is simulated. We can even simulate the communication with air traffic control, but for simplicity we didn't today, but even that can be simulated. So literally climbing into the airplane, doing your walk around on the outside of the airplane, all of that can be simulated so that when you get to the real aircraft, there's no false training. You know exactly where everything is, you know exactly how everything should be. Actually, all these simulators are financed by me personally. I was on a plane every other week, and when my flight would get canceled, I'd go up to the counter and I'd say, all right, there's 3 ways I can get home. I can go through LA, I can go through Salt Lake, or I can go through Denver, and I knew all the schedules, and so that just was a necessity of traveling all the time, and I was really interested in the way aviation works, just kind of seeing the planes and the whole system. It's incredible, the orchestra of people that are required, and it made me interested. And so it started off as a computer with a joystick and just trying my hand at flying, and then eventually grew into this passion of let's build the next big thing, full motion, the next best experience we can. So before COVID, there was a major pilot shortage. Aviation was in really big trouble. Just didn't have the labor pool. There wasn't the skilled labor there, at least to meet the demand. Now, right now, that's not necessarily the case, right? I mean, because of COVID, but eventually things will get back to normal. And when that is the case, there's going to be jobs here. So that's kind of one of my goals with this, is to train people, to give people real-world experience with things like flying, aviation. We prepare students for real-world jobs by kind of testing the boundaries and see where we can push things, and coming all together and see what we can do. I think the favorite part for me for sure is the joy that it brings other people. You would not believe, like if you find that subset, it's not going to be everyone. Not everyone climbs into a cockpit and says, this is cool. A lot of people, some people will just be like, no, this is overwhelming. But for that small subset of people, they're like, this is cool. There's so much joy in that, being able to like practice what it's like to actually perform this maneuver. It's so much fun. That's why I do this. Do what really motivates you. I found my passion, so find yours and go for it.